much for joining us. Really quick, who am I here with?
Will Johnson.
Will Johnson. So what we're trying to do is get people's reaction. Like, what do you think? What's your first thought when you see something like this?
Prison time. Sorry, I'm going to say something else. Evilness, portrayal, filthy rich, demonic. I mean, there's jail time again.
Oh, totally understandable. I have a very visceral reaction too. And since we know that you've been doing your media thing for quite some time now, obviously we're seeing some censorship. People are trying to fight back. We're getting censored. The mainstream media is still lying to everybody. How do we even begin to fight back against this?
So I think the reason why we're seeing more censorship is because we're in a midterm election year. And if you talk about anything that has anything to do with, politics, the Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, liberals, you talk about CRT, you talk about the way they're sexualizing children. They don't want that message to go out because what happened, for example, in Virginia, that was used against the Democrats, the CRT and sexualizing children, and parents said, I'm not going to follow for that. I'm not going for that. We don't want any of that. That's why Republicans won in Virginia, and the Democrats don't want that to happen anywhere else. That's why right now the Democrats are saying that CRT doesn't even exist any longer. So basically, just like everything else, they've changed the definition of what CRT is. They changed the definition of a recession. They changed the definition of a woman. They changed the definition of a boy and a girl. They changed the definition of a legal immigrant.
We're not even saying gay anymore.
Yeah, they don't even say that because, well, gay, actually in the dictionary, gay means happy, but so they twisted it, just like the Bible. They twisted the rainbow, so they take everything that is good and they twist it or they change the definition of it. To give one good example, in today, when they changed the definition of a recession, the day they came out and said recession 2 consecutive quarters, Google changed it the night before. And that tells me right there that they're working with the government. But as far as the mainstream media, that's part of the reason why we're seeing censorship as well. Because the mainstream media, they're losing viewership. Just what last week CNN was down in their numbers that they were contemplating about who to let go. They were talking about what other shows they can do away with and get rid of. Because people are tired of being lied to. People are wanting to hear the truth. People are hungry for what's actually happening in our world and what can we do to fix it.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out. So, last question. If you had to pick one, what is the most pressing issue, I guess, going into the midterms? I know there's a lot, but if you had to pick one.
If I had to pick one, oh my goodness. I think the biggest thing right now is that they're getting ready to do away with our Second Amendment. We're getting bombarded here. A lot of people are not even really realizing that the House just passed gun reform for gun control, and they call it the common gun. Right? To me, when they say the common gun, it means a 9mm, it means a 38, it means a 22 rifle. It means any gun that they deem an issue. That's what they're going after.